I'm not a player, I just fuck a lot. From a thug nigga, from a thug nigga. I'm not a player, I just fuck a lot.
Hey guys, hope you're good. My name is Mpame Sigiti. Today we're on Sifu Mete podcast, guys. I won't lie, I can't actually introduce this individual properly because there's too much to actually name me, bro. I'm like, there's too much you've accomplished. Yeah, bro. His name is Tabiso, but I see him as an entrepreneur, professional, and a footballer.
My name is Tabiso Mpame.
Yeah.
I was born in Cape Town. Halfly lived in Joburg, part of my high school. And I would like to say I grew up in Cape Town and Joburg.
Yeah.
Because I did my primary in Cape Town and I left Cape Town when I was doing grade 8. Then I finished up my high school in Joburg, all because of football.
You, as a professional self, you have so much experience
Yes.
professionally playing abroad from Turkey back to South Africa. Now, since you coming back to South Africa, what can you say? Like, I've experienced these issues, and I'm like, yeah, the difference between the platform that you've had in Turkey and in South Africa before you left and when you left and when you came back. If you can just go into that for that.
Yeah, so obviously, like before Pirates introduced Pirates Cup, it was mainly to shift over the academy and introduce more of more professional way of doing things in the development. Because when I joined Orlando Pirates in 2013, things we were transitioned from the band that we had. Like, it was totally a new club. Like, there was no development from 2012, 2011 because of they closed it because of the age cheating and stuff. So Pirates wanted to introduce a new thing. So I was the first top goal scorer for the Pirates Cup.
Yeah.
And we won the Pirates Cup as Pirates. And there were players that were selected to go to England to play with clubs like QPR, Manchester, Chelsea, and other clubs and stuff. So when we came back, I had that, what I've seen, like that side, like it's beautiful. Like football, from development to the first team, it's one structure, it's one thing. You cannot see the difference. So then that's where I developed the love and the eager to go abroad and stuff. So when I left 2017, late 2017, after I came back from a loan at Cape Town All Stars. All I wanted was to go overseas. I didn't care about the rest. I didn't care about anything else. All I wanted to see was overseas.
Yeah.
So I didn't have much experience in the professional level in South Africa, although I played half season in the NFD as a loan from Pirates. And then I moved to Turkey. Total different. Coming back after Turkey, coming back to South Africa, total different. For about quite a few years, I couldn't play because of my injury, but also it was the thing that I don't want to play in South Africa because what I experienced that side is way different this side, and it's the level is different, the atmosphere is different. In Turkey, it doesn't matter which league you're playing, second division, third division, the level is high, the expectations are very high. It's a lifestyle, it's work, it's not just a football thing, it's just work, it's just about everything, it's culture. So you have to be at your highest level all the time. Coming to South Africa, there's a lot to improve, and there's a lot to engage and take from how the Europeans are doing.
Okay, going back to the point that you made, you indicated that everything is more of a culture in football abroad, which is true. Yes, we noticed a lot of experiences in South Africa that a player can actually have the passion and have the skill, but at the same time, they sometimes lack discipline. So for you, you had the drive, you had the passion, and you went abroad. And I was actually going to touch base on the context of like, yes, you went into Cape Town All Stars, you played for the NFD League at that time. Now it's ABC Municipal League. So the experiences that you had previously from going from Pirates and then just coming from loan and then going abroad, was it actually initiated by you or the team? By your management structure, like, okay, the right team that actually you should join. I won't lie, the names of the team, I can't pronunciate them properly.
Of course.
They're bad. I'm not good at Turkish.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you can speak the language, but I'm pretty sure you've adapted a few things there.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
who
of course.
initiated it at first? Was it you who actually said, okay, these are the right teams that I would like to go to, this is a country to actually develop my profession, or was it the management structure?
No, it was nothing with Pirates or anything. I took the decision to go.
Yeah.
My contract was terminated by Orlando Pirates for coach reasons, change of coachings and stuff. So and then I decided to go to Turkey.
Yeah.
There's a difference between something planned ahead for players to go abroad and someone that goes not knowing anything. I think we have to respect those kind of people that just go and find themselves in the professional setup in a foreign country with no English, with no agent, with
You do know English?
nothing. No, they don't speak English.
Did you know English?
Yeah, of course, I can.
Oh.
I can speak English.
I'm just saying at that time.
Yeah, of course, I did.
You said no English. I was like,
Yeah. For that side, that country in Turkey, they can't speak English.
They just literally speak
They,
Turkish.
they speak Turkish. It's either you adapt or you go.
Okay, that's
So
the answer.
yeah, so for me, I just felt like, you know what, let me take a risk. Let me go abroad. I'm always a risk taker.
Yeah.
How I got to Joburg is the same how I went to Turkey. I just took my bags and went to Joburg. A few times, slept on the street, and then until I got the opportunity to play for Orlando Pirates.
So you actually you're one of the embodiments of like the normal structure of like, yes, you went through the dark hole to actually go to become a professional. You had to sleep on the streets. You had those moments of like, it was a situation where you didn't know what to do. You didn't know what to actually take. You actually push yourself because you knew what you came here for. You're like, I'm gonna be a professional and this is where I am at. But yeah, that's a true definition of saying that you did take the risk and you actually paid it out for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So my understanding, like, I won't lie, from my experience, my knowledge is that not a lot of people actually move from the Orlando Pirates academy to become a professional. There's maybe out of the top, the senior teams, most of the time it's mostly maybe 5 or 4 players. Mind you, now there's close to thousands and thousands of players that are actually been playing in the foundation period throughout their careers, and then all of a sudden they have to go to NFD play teams. They go on loans throughout the whole entire process, or actually finding a team that actually says, okay, no, we want to actually mold you into a great player. Because we all know sometimes someone could be playing for the foundation of Mamelodi Sundowns only to become a star player into Cape Town City. You see, so it is true that yes, you could be playing in the foundation team, but at the same time doesn't mean you are professionally or you're gonna make it. You're not gonna be like a rally type of like structure of like one was created from the area itself and he made it professionally. So you one of the embodiments. So okay, you took the risk to say like, okay, sharp, I know I can see myself, but I'm going to make it. Yeah, but I don't think I want to be at this point of my career, at this time of my life. I want to go abroad. You took that risk and you went abroad and you actually went into Turkey. And that outlook itself, it actually paved your career, and you saw that, okay, the culture of football, that side, is completely different to what you learned. Yeah, well, now coming back to South Africa, you've seen that, okay, there's this intake I took from the Turkish Football League. You were playing against teams like Galatasaray, to name a few. But now, coming back to South Africa, it's a completely different structure. And whilst also, players come here, man, it's different, man. Even like getting to the gym, even actually playing with the players, actually the management as far, because you're so used to a certain traditional way or certain culture of football from that in Turkey. What was the difference? What can you actually compare and say like, okay, in Turkey, these were the cultural formats that were actually done from the morning until practice until game day, and they're coming back. And when you come back to South Africa, it's a completely different thing. What are your intakes of like? This is different from what was happening from there to here.
Yeah. Of course, there was a huge difference, and I struggled a little bit in terms of like in order for me to adapt. Like funny enough, it was very easy for me to adapt in Turkey than to adapt in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Very much easy. I think Coach Sean Bartlett mentioned something that sometimes your style of play will not complement the others, because it's a style of play of Europe. It's fast football, it's forward-minded football, it's quick football, it's business football. It's not this skillful things and all those kind of stuff. It's money football and all those things. So it's
money football is South African football or European football?
European football is money football.
Gotcha.
You understand? So I struggle a little bit about that transition from Europe to South Africa, but I was fortunate enough when I recovered from my long-term injury. I played for Cape Town Spurs, which is based in Cape Town, and Cape Town football is no difference between European football. It's quick football, it's forward football, it's route one football. It's direct.
I'm glad you hear that. I was actually looking into a situation like you're one of the reasons that actually they got promoted in 2022, right? 2023?
2022, 2023.
Yeah, one of the reasons. But yeah, then you actually ended up to leave and you went to Kruger United, right?
Yeah.
I won't lie. You going to NFD to the team actually surprised me, because you played one of my like heroes. I actually admire to see like, yo, this guy's football. His style of play, like George Manileka, bruh. Can't you, like, serious? Like, for me, even to sit next to a guy and comment, hey, bruh, okay, sure, I can just practice with you. Because for me, looking at his style of play and actually your football style of play, you guys complemented one another.
Yeah, definitely.
You being in the wing and he's being in the centre attacking mid, it actually gave a clear platform to say, okay, cool. In a come on, in a tartan. But I want to understand, what do you see by his style of football that you joined into? What happened? When's again, Jan? Because you only spent the season with them, right?
Yeah.
And then now 2020, you ended in August this year, your contract.
Yeah.
So how was it, that experience of actually joining that team and playing with style like players like that actually represented the national team and actually won leagues prior from their careers themselves?
What a human being.
Yeah.
First thing first, he's a great human being.
Correct.
I was talking to him when I was coming here. He's still the closest friend of mine.
Yeah.
Big brother to me. George, it's unbelievable. You wouldn't even think that he has achieved a lot in his career. I mean, 5 league titles, something like that. I don't know how many titles that he has won. Big clubs. Sundowns, Chiefs, Supersport, IS Cape Town, Amazulu.
Yeah.
One of the big names, yet very humble. Easy to work with him. He's an inspiration. I compare him when I hear the stories of Ronaldo, what he does to the young stars in the club that he's playing in. I compared him like close to Ronaldo. Same mindset. Very disciplined, very hardworking. You wouldn't think that he has achieved a lot in his career. He's down to earth, is willing to teach outside football as well, business-wise. And I mean, we clicked a lot, me and him, because he's also into business opportunities and all those kind of stuff. So he helped me a lot, and I was so inspired to work with the greatest in the country.
Okay, you see, I appreciate you said that, because he is one of the greatest in South Africa.
He is. He is. No
honest,
doubt.
He's one of the greatest players. Even those people, he's one of those unsung heroes. Like, I'm gonna be like, yeah, we're focusing. Like, even the Chiefs team, everyone was focusing on the Masong and Lebese and the Chabalalas of the game. But Maluleke never had that thing of like, okay, so what about me? You don't see me in the game?
Yeah.
I always say this. I was actually hurt. I was hurt when actually Mirindo, what he did in 2021 when he actually sold him to Sundowns. No offense to Sundowns, but I didn't like what happened.
Yeah.
Literally the COVID period when we were about to win the league, they sold him in January. I was like, bruh, why do you let him go? Why do you let him go at that time? It was not a good feeling for me. But yeah, it happened, man. But let me draw back a bit. Yeah. One of the reasons that I actually was so surprised and I appreciated what Coach Bartlett did Coach Bartlett actually noticed talent that was abroad and actually brought it back to South Africa to say that Tabiso can actually do this work for me. This job, he actually has the skill, he has the mindset, has the experience in another country. So why doesn't he bring it back to Cape Town and actually build and restructure the team? But I was hurt to see that Mr. Bartlett himself, we actually had to leave. But now, looking at coaches like that, which literally pave and actually give guidance to players like you, to say like, bruh, you have the missing tools that I need within my team. I wish to see maybe in the future. Do you think that he would actually say in the near future, say like, hey, Tabis, I'm coaching wherever I'm coaching? Do you see a chance of saying like, okay, Coach Bartlett, coaching, maybe joining him in his team or his technical staff? Would you say no to that opportunity?
Definitely no. I'll take it with both hands. Like,
Yeah.
this is the guy that gave me an opportunity after 3 years of injury. Everybody forgotten about me. I mean, the things that I've done and where I've been.
Yeah.
Like, I had no calls for over 3 years from friends, family, coaches, people that I knew that I could call when I want assistance. He picked up the call for me and he gave me the opportunity, and we made history.
Wow. And you really did. You really did. The funny thing that I actually always ask myself is that a lot of players actually go abroad. A lot of players come back. But there's never same or consistency in terms of how they start of play continues. From PSL to the ABC Municipal League as we speak, it's never that thing of like there I could name players, many. For example, I could say, Ayanda Patos. Ayanda Patos, he played in Belgium, played in Qatar, I think Qatar or Iran. Iran, yeah. And then he came back to South Africa. And literally, there was no teams that actually wanted to sign him. It was a question to me more of like, is it issues with the contract or is it issues in terms of which team wants him? Because my understanding was like, if you leave South Africa to go abroad, you learning a different style of play that side and come back to actually give back to your country to say, okay, cool, bros, this is what I learned. This is what I'm coming to do. Okay, coach, do I fit into your style of play? When your plans do I fit into it? Because there are many players that come back and sit on the bench. We know that. We've seen that. Because luckily enough, now he's joined Hope FC. There's a new team that actually has been structured around, that's actually started by a fellow player, Keegan Buchanan.
Yes.
He's the chairman of Hope FC, which is a great achievement. Shout out to Keegan. Think about it, like he traded his boots for actually positioned in the board.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
So he's joined his team now, and we're looking forward to seeing him also playing in Hope FC to say like, okay, guys, I still have it. Like right now, there are players that actually, for example, there's like Nuruddin. Nuruddin doesn't have a team, but he was a Pirates All-Star. He was a great team as a starter. Now all of a sudden players are sitting back and not actually playing.
Yeah.
So what is it that you've seen that is causing issues that players, when they come back from from abroad, from England, Germany, wherever, and then they come back and they're not actually clicking properly? Because you can say, for example, Tafik he's playing for Sundowns right now. He's playing okay. He's fitting into the style of play. So is it because of the team, or maybe is it the player, or is it what's going on? Because we always also felt like, dude, you were great that side. You were performing well. Even Persitao hasn't come back. We don't know why, but he's doing okay. Now I think he's playing in the Asian leagues.
Yeah.
So what have you noticed that actually causes issues for players when they come back? They don't just click in properly.
Yeah, I think there's according to my own experience, I will speak on what I've experienced.
Yeah.
Obviously, a transition from Europe to South Africa,
Yeah.
it's always going to be difficult. Firstly,
Yeah.
how you dress, what you drive, what you have.
What I drive.
Yeah, it can be an issue sometimes because now you are in a parking lot. Maybe, for example, you are playing for those not so big clubs.
Yeah.
Not everyone drives. Not everyone has a certain car or a certain thing going on in their lives. Everybody's trying to pick themselves up and all that. And also like with coaches as well. Sometimes you get a challenge when you when you act different, because now you come with a different things from abroad. Like for example, there are stuff that which you adopt that side where we have your pre training routines and stuff and things to do and all that, and you cannot associate yourself with certain things and all that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it becomes a threat to other environments, not only coaches, also players as well. It becomes like as if now you think you big is it's just a environment that which
it's environmental issue.
you've been used to. You
Okay.
get what I mean? So now it becomes a little bit difficult for you to adapt, because now we have to adapt to what they are doing, of which it's you cannot expect Ronaldo to adapt to any player in the world.
You can't.
He is him. He will go wherever with his mentality, with his own ways of doing things. You
Yeah.
understand? So when you come in South Africa, it becomes a little bit difficult.
So in other words, you indicating that players when they come back, or let's just put it in a euphemism context, sometimes when there's too many yous in a room, you're in the wrong room.
Definitely.
Okay, so it's too many professionals, too many characters. So now everyone's like, yeah, me, and then everyone's gonna be like
A lot of egos.
a lot of egos. So when these egos try to actually collide, they actually
Yeah,
pretty much
definitely,
like, nah,
definitely.
you have to push back. So yeah, individualism actually is respected professionally in all aspects as an individual, but we must go back to the context of like understanding that you came back, you saw an opportunity, you still have the passion. Even for me, it's not actually easy to see you actually just sitting back and actually saying, okay, cool, I'm not playing. Whereas right now, you should be preparing to actually be going to the next match. My question is going to go phrasing that, yes, you've seen what has happened in South Africa. Do you see yourself actually looking for a team going abroad or remaining back into the local league?
Yeah, it's a very difficult question, because at this point in time, obviously the age as well.
You're still young, but you're not that old.
Yeah, I know. But according to football,
No.
according to football,
You're
yeah.
appearing in football.
What Coach Kevin Hunt said to me, I think few months ago, he said, you still got age and you still have a great opportunity
Yeah.
to play in the big leagues. Obviously, for me, I'm one person. I've never worked with an agent.
Okay. You never worked with an agent. You don't even have a management team that like, okay, handling your negotiations. with the team.
Nine seasons of my career, I always pick up my boots
And
and
you
go
just
to the clubs and ask for an opportunity.
Okay, so now you're saying to me that Tabiso Mpame, you are 28 years old. You've played more than 90 games or 100 games, just to be average, across the world in professional football. You've scored more than 50 goals, less than 90 assists, but you don't have literally a management team, an agency that can say, this is who we're representing, they're engaging with you to say, Tabiso, we know what you're capable of doing. Let's put you in the right room. So let's look for your right team. Even right now, as a professional player, you're registered, but you don't have a player's agent representing you to say, okay, here's what we're offering.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
Absolutely no. I've never worked with an agent. I don't have an agent. There's no agent that can claim and come and say, I put you in that club.
There's no agent. You speak for yourself.
I spoke for myself in any room in any country.
Okay, so now would you actually open the opportunity for an agency to actually represent your management team? To say, okay, we're representing Tabiso Mpame, he's this player, he has this experience, here's an opportunity, here's the contract. They put the offer on the table. Would you take it?
Yeah, of course I would. Obviously now it will be a little bit different, because I'm experienced.
Yeah.
I know a few things, and I've been around, and it will be something which we work in hand in hand and all that, because I've got endorsements myself.
Yeah, I wasn't
A lot of things myself, so I've been used to do things myself, and one of the reasons it took me longer to break into bigger stages, because everything you do it yourself, because now football has changed to a point where it's who you know.
So you know. The funny thing is this, do you see that you embody one thing? You literally did what actually Kevin De Bruyne did to actually extend his contract. he actually set up his stats and he sent it to the team. He's like, yeah, I'm negotiating a new deal. But for you now, you literally negotiating with, for example, you also the ambassador for Under Armour, right?
Under Armour, yes.
Like, that's a few players in South Africa. Only a selective number of players have actually gotten the offers now.
Definitely.
And you one of the last longing players that actually under still the endorsement for Under Armour. To show that, okay, you negotiated a deal and you're still with them. Some players actually change that thing of now, okay, I was sponsored by Adidas, whoever the team is, or Nike, and then all of a sudden now they're changing and they're painting their boots black.
Yeah.
You never had that. Ever since you've been back, you've been representing Under Armour,
Yeah.
and you're still that player, and there's nothing that's changed. So, from your view, you're saying that you've never been represented, but you see that it would have taken much more time to be represented. So now, have you been going to teams and actually going offer yourself an opportunity to say, like, even now there are new teams, I'm not going to name the name, but okay, Cape Town City has actually changed the technical director. He's been a Cape Townian for the longest time. He has experience and actually the Turkish he's from Netherlands.
Yeah.
He's been actually a coach at Ajax. So what do we know? Coach is right here. But anyway, if it happened, do you think teams of that magnitude to say, if they contacted you personally, would you be willing to listen to them? Because at this point, yes,
Yeah.
so if that opportunity would actually arise, that the teams themselves, they would to say, we're approaching Tabiso Mpame
Yeah.
as an alternative player to actually to build a team around, or to assist the team to actually maybe compete in the league, in the PSL, or ABC Motsepe League to actually promote themselves, to get the opportunity to get to promotion.
Yeah.
Would you be open to actually sitting down with those teams?
Yeah, of course. I haven't retired, and I don't have a team by choice.
Yeah.
There were few offers that were in the table for me.
Yeah.
In the NFD. I was with a few clubs in the PSL, but unfortunately, I had to choose my family for now. There were like personal reasons that concerns my parents, of which I had to go and look for.
Yeah.
As you all know, that we leave home to take care of home.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense for you to achieve everything and lose the most valuable thing, which is parents.
Family.
You understand? So I decided to take time to go and be with them for now.
Yeah.
And possible move in January. Obviously, at this age, you're looking at the better structure. You're looking at an environment where you can grow and also impact and look for developments with the youngsters. That's my motto. Wherever I go, you can contact anyone that I've played with. My motto has always been about youngsters, impacting them, sharing the knowledge that I've gained in Europe, business outside football, everything like that. Share as much as possible. So playing in those kind of teams, it will be not more than just playing football, just also to help the youngsters and help also the community wherever I will be playing in terms of like empowerment and impact.
Okay, going back to your story, as you're saying that you've experienced so much in South Africa and coming back and actually focusing on the youth itself, you see, my context is like, I've actually seen your work, man. You've actually even created your own foundation, first of all. You first started with the Tabiso Mpame Foundation. Now, since you also created a brand, Mpame, shout out to that. Business itself is actually a clothing brand. You have your own boutique. Now, you've actually created a foundation, a charity you're focused on, Mpame. And how's that going for you? Like, what motivated you to be like, okay, coming from Fishhook, and now you're actually supporting families and actually reaching certain locations to like, okay, just trying to take care of the kids. What brought that about you to say, okay, I want to actually support these people and let me just give back to the communities?
I think like first thing first is as we all know that Uguti there's this say that says umdu ngabantu.
Yeah.
All my career, all my life, I stayed with different families.
Okay.
In search of my career, in search of an opportunity for me to be recognized. I had to leave home when I was 10. So you ask yourself, benhlala aphi in cut.
Yeah.
Bengihlala kubani. What was I eating?
Yeah.
So, you know, I was staying with other people's families. I was supported by other people's families, not even knowing me. You understand? So I adopted that thing ukuthi ndiyazazi nisukaphi and ekhaya sisokole kakhulu.
Yeah.
If I can tell you a little bit of my story, do you know that ukuthi the Tabiso that you see now first wear isihlangu sakhe sokuqala 2013 that I bought myself. The first time I slept on the bed was 2013 when I moved to Joburg.
Sure.
The first time I slept in a house that is like well built, nice, was the time I left home. 2012.
And you built your empire to this point you're in now.
And then I had to pick myself up
Yeah.
from the ground, understanding the fundamentals of being helped by somebody else. In Joburg, I was on the streets, in Ellis Park, Uville.
Yeah.
I was on the street there. I was moving around there, asking for things from people, asking. So I know it from experience, what it means to sit on a robot and ask for food. So those things, I told myself that I don't want to play football to be famous. I want to play football to help others, more especially my family.
And that's where it came about to Asambeni.
That's where it came about Asambeni. That's the word behind Asambeni. It's all about let's go, guys.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Not giving up on your
Continue.
motivation stuff. Because now, if you can actually show it,
Yeah.
this is the brand itself, Asambeni. Like, when am I getting my t-shirt though?
Yeah, soon.
Okay.
I'll make one for you so
Yeah.
that you can wear around all of you guys.
guys, look, please follow Asambeni brand boutique itself, TM boutique. Please look into it. Like for any, like you only do t-shirts and also like
Everything.
tops, right?
Even this track shooting,
Okay.
everything, many designs. Check on my Instagram page, TM
Yeah.
Boutique.
Cool.
Also on my personal page, you will find great designs and all this kind of stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, the story behind Asambeni. Let's
Okay.
go.
Let's
To push the black people. It's to push all cultures.
You're supposed to actually get Nike, bro. Asambeni, let's do it. Get a sponsor from Nike.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
understand. So we go in there. So getting to foundations, helping
Yeah.
people in the streets. Mainly the streets that I went to in Joburg is the streets I used to sleep in.
Yeah.
So for me to see kids in the cold, so doing those drive with blankets and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you can give anyone else anything, but everyone needs a blanket when it's cold.
Are you willing to do maybe a tournament just like for communities, for people to actually show support and actually showcase some sports, some football skills, and inviting like maybe scouts to actually see some players around in the areas to say like, okay, here's some players, just to give give back to the community.
Yeah.
Something of so. Would you actually do something like that mentality?
I would not do something like that.
Okay.
Just because I have a bigger picture for that.
No, that's the point. I mean,
Yeah, you understand. So why I would not do that and why I'm against that is that we go back as professionals to our communities, do a tournament, maybe 100,000 tournament.
Yeah.
And that 100,000 will be shared
Within the whole time.
by the coaches,
Yeah.
by the elders.
But the
The
kids
players will get maybe
2,000.
2,000, 1,000. Are you gonna leave with 2,000 for the rest of the year? No.
I can't.
Why do you give people something that they must come back to you and ask again?
So like, hey, do it again next year.
You understand?
Like, just,
So they wait for you to come next year off season again. They wait for another 9 months. Why don't you give them something
like in terms
that-
of substance, actually continue
to continue with it so that
Yeah.
they won't live off you? They can make themselves a living.
So you're literally giving them, actually teaching them how to fish.
You get what I
You-
mean?
you
You
teaching them how to
understand?
fish,
So
rather than just-
in order for me just to come and give you fish,
Yeah.
I'm teaching you how to fish. So there's a program that I'm doing. It's one of the biggest program in the country.
Okay, tell me about it.
It calls Bowlers in SA.
Okay.
It's a program both for professionals and for grassroots. If you understand how rugby people is structured, it's from the development,
Yeah.
the schools. It aligns together with the first team.
All the lines, everything.
Everything they know from primary.
Mm.
Guti, these ones they will go to what, to the first team, to the Springboks. There's no coincidence. You understand? So we don't have that in football.
It's just by luck at this point, or
It's by luck, or
literally someone liked you, like, yeah, I like this kid from my guys from my area. Because I was actually saying another day, I don't know if I actually said this to someone, that if you ever noticed, even the coaches that are actually right now at top teams, they don't actually go to local players. They don't actually go see the tournaments. They don't see players actually playing around. It's only just because someone knows someone, like, hey, man, scouts is like, yeah, I'm a coach. There's a kid that I like, man, from my area. Can you check him out? Not the coach himself seeing, he's just actually taking what's here. Think about it, he's coming from abroad. He's coaching a team. He's not going to go to guys. He's not going to go to Soweto. He's not going to go to Kailicha or Fishhook to say, okay, I just want to see the players there myself. They just take what they're given and then they say, okay, let me just continue with that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Of which it's one thing that I've learned also in Turkey. If you in Turkey, they all the clubs it's community based.
Yeah.
Every community has its own club, and those people from that community have to support that club, and the players have to play for that club. Yeah, of course you can go to bigger clubs and all this kind of stuff. So why do I want to do this program? This program is to create opportunities for the youngsters from grassroots, from the communities. So we're mainly focusing on Ilokuza townships.
Yeah.
Let me take you back from the days of Ajax Cape Town. How did Ajax Cape Town find talent back in the days?
Went into the local area.
Thank you.
They
Went to the schools.
guys.
They did soccer clinics.
In tournaments all the time.
They
So
stopped that. What happened?
the team actually fell. Ajax actually pulled through, and then like they pulled the plug, and now we have Cape Town Spurs.
You understand? That's why Bowlers in SA is about to do something so big for South African football, focusing on primary schools and high schools in the townships, where we will be creating a well professional setup for the kids, where they will have trainings, professional trainings, proper equipment, training kits, tracksuits, and all those things. And we will be on school holidays. We'll create camps where we'll bring people that will empower them. Like we'll bring your media people, Abovino, all these people, the Super Sport, or SAPC, all those ex-players and current players to come and motivate them, and also like business managers and to come and empower players and stuff, to educate them about finances, business, and all those things, of which we in football we don't have that.
The funny thing is, I was coming to that topic, ne? In South Africa.
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah, what's the question?
The tournament that you have, is it both girls and guys or just both?
It's gonna be both girls and guys.
Okay.
It's not a tournament. It's a program.
It's a program for.
It's a program for both boys and girls. It calls Bowlers in SA, mainly focusing on township schools, high schools, and primary schools, where we're gonna be setting up a professional setup for trainings, proper equipments, proper coachings, and creating opportunities for people to come and workshop and do soccer clinics with them, like your professionals, your ex-professionals, inviting medias into the schools to empower them, inviting banks, inviting entrepreneurship people to come and educate footballers at a young age, to have the sense of understanding what it means to be a professional and what it means to stay professional.
That's good. Just for the viewers, by the way, what our director said on the side is asking that, is this program only restricted for boys or girls? But I'm pretty sure you've explained it clearly now. But going back to the topic, there's something that not only South African footballers, but let's just pinpoint literally South African footballers as current situation right now, and also South Africans in general. Financial literacy is something we sometimes lack in, or maybe we're not educated clearly about, because think about it, a player could be earning like 50k.
Yes.
A player doesn't have a house. a player is renting. With renting, you still have to wear name brands, right? You have to drive a top tier car. You see, forgetting that the 50K that you're earning right now doesn't actually say you're gonna always get 50K. There's a chance that after this 50K, you notice that you're gonna also get injured. You're gonna have a life after football. A career span of football is 15 years. Your life lives on after 15 years. After that 15 years of that football career, what are you going to be doing? You're going to have to actually have those conversations.
Yeah.
And that's something that I was actually asking myself, that why is it that teams don't actually have that opportunity to sit down with individual players like except I think you should join an investment group. I think you should try to invest, like sit down with players with their salaries rather than every week when you get paid. You have to go out with the boys, you have to splurge, you have to do so much expenditures to forgetting that there's a tomorrow. There's a certain quote that I live by that always says this too shall end, because there's something that happens after tomorrow. You might be at the top of your career right now, but what are you doing to actually keep you at that top tier position and your financial state to be in that position and never changing? Because we've seen players actually coming back and saying like, yeah, no, I'm broke. There's a stats that actually been said in South Africa, né? If someone gets paid by the 25th, né, takes them 5 days to actually go broke. Think about it. You earn 25,000 or something average. If you earn like 25,000 or less, by the second week or the first week, you're already broke.
Definitely.
To show you that it's not only about how much you earn, it's what you do with the money.
Yeah.
If
Definitely.
I can put it that way. But what's your take on that, Jay?
Yeah, I think two things:
Yeah.
knowledge and wisdom. I will focus more on football because that's what I do. Footballers, us as footballers, we don't have knowledge, we don't have wisdom. What do I mean about knowledge? We
Yeah.
don't. It goes to where I want to do the program to
Yeah.
to educate about these things. When I
Yeah.
got to Turkey, it was a first thing that they did to me.
Teach you about
Do you have
financials.
do you have a family? Do you have kids?
Mm.
How many siblings do you have? And all those things. And they structure your salary based on that
Mm.
and all that. So the higher your family or the bigger your family, the better the salary. And then they educate you about that. And then they save for you prior.
Mm.
You get what I mean? There's a money of insurance that they keep for you aside,
Oh, yeah.
apart from your salary, of which we do not have in South Africa. And again, in South Africa,
Yeah.
there is no standard salary.
There isn't.
There's no standard salary to say for footballers in
Yes.
the NFD we start from here.
There is an NFD because there's a certain cap that they can't actually surpass.
You get what I
Like
mean?
In ABC in particular.
You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
those are the things. I think one of the biggest challenges is understanding and the knowledge about finances. First thing, like when I got to Cape Town Space,
Yeah.
I met Abo Velepai, Abo Butaka, Abo what is this? Abo Kayam Vekane. Those are my boys. They come after us.
Yeah.
When I got there, they said, "Hey, we earning imali sikhola incinci man. Yabo, we can't necessarily do anything."
Yeah.
Then I said, "I will show you." You understand? My motto in every club I play with, I must come out with something.
Yeah.
I got Ubers from those contracts. Quite a lot of fleet from those small contracts that I was, because that time it was NFD. You get what I mean? Then I said, guys, look, you can actually do something with your pay slips. As long as you have a pay slip, you can do something. You can go and ask for bond and rent it out. It pays itself. By the time you finish, you're okay. You can go and do transport. You can go and take cars for. By the time you're done, it pays itself.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother you or anything. You can open a spaza shop at home with that little money. You can open a spaza shop, let your sister or your parents run it while you stock it up. You can do a lot with your pay slip. Sorry to say, white people, they're very clever.
Too much.
Very clever. That pay slip that they have, they can get a lot of things that will pay for them in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And one thing that we don't have as footballers, it's unity. We don't want to share information.
That's one of the reasons that we have this podcast. Because information not actually passed by to people.
You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
we gatekeep a lot of things. We gatekeep even bread. How can you gatekeep bread?
For what reason?
It's something that you can go to a neighbor and ask and say, "Can I have bread?" You get what I mean? So those are the things that which I've learned. Kubo George.
Yeah.
When I met about George, they give you different ideas of doing money, of what they've done, what they've been doing. I was shocked that George was even driving a Porsche.
I'm not surprised. Come on, bro.
You get what I mean? Like, not everyone in the PSI can drive a Porsche.
Not everyone, but depends on your lifestyle and your
You get what I mean?
Yeah,
Those are the
yeah,
kind of things. That's where the egos starts.
Yeah.
That's where the jealousy starts
Yeah.
with amongst the players, among the coaches. Now you are driving a certain car, forgetting that we use money different.
Yeah.
Imali sisebenzisa ngendlela ezihlukeneyo Hotman.
Yeah, definitely.
So zasifane ngendlela esisebenzisa ngayo imali. Wena singahola 50,000 sobabili namhlanje. But wena next week uzocela imali kum.
Kutheni nenze phela?
No sense itsho. You understand?
Yeah.
So those are the things that which we need to understand. We need to help each other as footballers.
Definitely.
In many opportunities. Okay, as much as we play together, there's life after that.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing in all the clubs I've played for. All the clubs I've played for. Everyone in my club that I've played for, they can still call me today.
And say like, hey, bro, I'm thinking about this.
I'm thinking about this. What's your take?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in need of this.
Yeah.
They know that
Where
I'm
can I get it? Or that plan?
where can I get this? Can you help me with this?
Yeah.
Those are the things that we need to create in our football culture so that we can able. I was talking to my friend Upaseka in Josie.
Yeah.
We were doing this other run that we were doing. It's just a marathon, like a 10-kilometer marathon on a Saturday. Footballers do not do that. They close themselves in their apartments. They wait for the weekend. They wait for the game to finish and struggle this. Not taking anything about that, but
yeah, we're not gonna go there.
but yeah, I understand.
Sure.
But dude, like, it's rare to find a soccer player and say, let's go catch up a coffee, man. Let's chat. Let's find opportunities.
I remember there was a conversation I actually had with someone before. They were like, they asked me like, do you drink? I'm like, no, I don't drink. They're like, what? Why? What's wrong with you? And I was like, what do you mean? What's wrong with me? And they were like, and they came back. They're like, you know what? Sorry, I actually phrased the question wrong. And I was like, oh, so now it's a problem when you say no, you don't do something that's a social norm to everyone else around you.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, it's a problem. So, meaning that we as humans now, as in our society, in our cultures itself, it's more of the wrong thing is the right thing is the wrong thing.
Definitely.
Which phrases to a point that if you don't do the wrong thing, you are not the right person. If you do, that's going back to the conversation of like, there's too many yous in one room, you're in the wrong room. So when you do that and actually have a self-introspection and actually sit down on your own and actually assess yourself properly, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Because people enjoy chaos to the extent that when you literally on your own and you observe and you actually contend within yourself, it becomes an issue. Like, what do you mean? I'm John. Because if you're not doing what everyone else is doing, I'm fair to
You're a problem.
You're a problem. If the
You're a
players
threat.
you're a threat. If the players are saying like, hey, Fitz, we're going to the club. If
And
you're
you
saying
don't
I'm
go.
not going to the club, bro, hey, we can't play with this dude.
You
Why
understand?
can't you play with him? Why can't like this, even like right now? Let's say for example, you can't even say to someone, "Hey, let's meet up for coffee, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just chill." They're like, bro, no man, let's go to the club, bro. Like, no, we can't talk at the club, most. The only thing that we can talk about is drink, and then what's next? We can't have a conversation that's literally tangible, and we can have a clear conversation. Like, there's no like literally, we're not intoxicated in this conversation. We're clear. We're sober.
Yeah.
So, which goes back to the point of, we have a certain mindset that we have as our cultures is that we live to consume, not to actually produce.
Definitely.
That's where we need to change that aspect, because now I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine a couple of days saying that it's so weird that we see the tools that are actually being provided to us and the opportunities that are laid out for us. We see them as a threat rather than something we could utilize as a skill or as a
Definitely.
tool. Because now, not to digress or anything, but there are even platforms that are created right now like AI that are actually coming in. everyone's seeing it as a threat. Like, no. Like, it's actually a problem for people to accept it in the professional enterprises. They're seeing it as a threat, whereas someone out there could be like, bruh, don't see it as a threat. Use it.
Use it. Yeah.
Use it to actually help you to be actually be relevant in the next 4 years or 3 years or going forward to
Yeah.
actually learn something. Because I was listening to another context that was actually said by Thomas Snow. He was saying that it's so weird. People, you use ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
For just certain things. Do you have your own ChatGPT?
Yeah. Do.
That your own one that actually is actually coded by you?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. That you can create your own ChatGPT that actually speaks what you want.
Mm.
It can actually respond to things the same way as Tabiso would actually say it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't actually speak as like, yeah, J algorithm. You know, it's literally you can code it to actually speak like as if Tabiso, he's responding straight away. Someone's not gonna be like, yeah, this is AI response. No, they'll be like, oh, I'm Tabiso opinion, like, only to find out, no, but you're speaking to ChatGPT. You just take the responsibility, pop it in, and she's like, yo, I'm fair to you. Simon would say something like this. Yeah, but when Tabiso would say something like this.
Yeah.
It's not only that, but going back, yeah. There are things of manner of we're not limited to accessibility of things, pretty much of it's what you do with it.
Yeah.
So my my chat is that you've actually had a 10-year span career, but what you've done with it and what you were currently doing right now is going to actually live longer than your career in football. What you have done professionally and business wise, you actually your career is going to live longer than that. Whereas someone like could have played 15 years or 10 years or whatever the lifespan may be, is struggling right now to say, what am I going to do next?
Definitely.
My contract is ended. My football career is ended. I've retired from football. But now, what should I do? Because we've seen like the greats like Okune going to acquire certain qualifications in sports management, which gives a clear understanding, okay, cool, and business management, because they're understanding that now your career has a certain span, but now what's next is the question that everyone doesn't actually ask themselves. We are so much living in the present, forgetting that tomorrow there's a bigger picture that's bigger than you.
Yeah, definitely.
And you've noticed that some of your former colleagues, you've noticed that they've actually surpassed that. And they're like, okay, sharp, my contract ended. I don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
And they've called you and they said like, okay, what must I do now?
It's very tough and it's very disturbing. This is a very sensitive topic, of which I like to engage in, because it's something that which I feel like football itself in South Africa. I think Teko Modise mentioned it. It said, quoted it and said, South African football is setting us for failure.
How so?
For a lot of things, financially, a lot of things. You get what I mean? Because now there's no, as I said before, there's no knowledge. There's no brotherhood.
Yeah.
There's no. It's every dog for its for its bone.
Okay.
You get what I mean? And it's very disturbing to a point that Uguti, I can't be playing with you football, but I can't live life with you.
My life only ends at the gym. We end there. We can't talk afterwards.
It's that's not right.
How would you motivate, and actually you've noticed how players actually establishing themselves to be like, okay, preparing for retirement and after football, what are the structures that they can look into? Be like, okay, me as an individual, yes, I've been a professional for so long, and now I don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
What channel should I go into? What should I go to focus on, like mentally and football and financially, to actually equip myself? Because we understand that we're family men, we're fathers, we are husbands, we have ourselves to take care of, but also those aspects.
Yeah.
How would you actually guide someone who's actually coming out of football?
Yeah, I think for me, the only way to plan for your retirement is when you're playing. Why do I say so?
Yeah.
All the attention is on you.
Mm.
The attention is on you, the friends, governments, and
Yeah,
everything.
the
Especially when you are at your peak.
Yeah.
Like for example, when you're playing for Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns,
I don't like
everyone
Chiefs.
everyone wants
I
to
don't like
be
Pirates
around
too,
you.
man.
We're not here for that. Pirates brought me, bro. You can't speak like that. Anyway,
Pussy for life.
yeah, pirates. So yeah, the best way to plan for a retirement is it's while we are still playing,
Gotcha.
because you can engage with different corporate businesses, you can engage with different entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
you can engage with different people, because everyone wants your attention. Everyone wants to be next to you, especially when you are at your peak. That's when you must use your brand, not only on things that are not beneficial in terms of your future self.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Use your peak, or use the opportunity you have to play football. I don't want to lie to you. Football is a quick money.
Mm-hmm.
Football is a quick money. Like you get your teachers, your people that goes to school for more than 10 years.
But never reach the same salary.
You understand? For us, we start young, earning a lot of money, and then we need to try and use that opportunity for us to do what, to do the right things at the right time.
Yeah.
Don't wait until you are old or you can't play anymore.
Yeah.
Do while you are still playing, and as well as also it also helps your mental health while you are playing. When you have financial freedom, you can perform at your best. The reason why European players perform at their best is because they don't have to worry about finances. They don't have to worry about umakhulu akana kutya endlini. They don't have to worry about abantwana basekhaya abana school fees.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about
don't have
a lot of things.
They don't
They
actually
only
take issues.
get worried about playing. So how do you do that? You have to create yourself things that will help your family. We are black people. We have to support our families.
Correct.
Like it or not. You have to build home.
Thandwa.
Thanda ungathandi, funeke usupporte ikhaya.
Mama ulambile.
But how do you do that as a professional? You earn 50,000, for example.
Yeah.
Build something that will support your family outside your salary.
That's
Create something that will support your family outside your salary. I always say that. Never let your salary be a slave to supporting people.
Yeah.
Let your salary be your salary. That's when you're gonna enjoy your salary. That's when you're gonna afford personal training.
Yeah.
That's when you're gonna afford gym. That's when you're gonna afford certain clothes. That's when you're gonna afford certain things like lifestyle. You can understand.
So
Don't build lifestyle
off your salary.
off your salary and your family as well,
Yeah.
and the kids and the girls and the alcohol and all those things. Try to create different things, man. Like
Yeah.
understand. Like for example, I love cars. I love big cars. I cannot drive a small car.
What about you?
I just love big cars. I'm small. I'm short. I'm not telelo.
No. That's why you have a big car now.
That's why I have a big car.
Drive any car almost.
No, I can't. The only small car that I can drive is a Porsche
Really?
or a Ferrari.
Come on, bruh.
You understand? I cannot be driving a small car.
So,
You understand? So now, in order for me to drive a big car,
you have to have that mindset behind it.
I have to have that mindset behind it, and I have to have something that is gonna pay off that car without my salary. Look at now, I don't have a club, but I can still drive my car nicely, comfortable,
Yeah.
because I've created something to pay for that car. I've created something to pay for my parents. I've created something to pay for my kids.
Yeah.
You
And
get what I mean?
They're gonna live longer than
You understand? So even if I don't have a club, you won't see that I don't have a club.
because your lifestyle doesn't actually.
You
crash.
get what I mean?
You created another.
You're not gonna go to the Slay Queens when you don't have a club to ask for money or for food.
Bruh, like, why do you actually have to go for the Slow Kings?
I'm just saying you're not gonna go to friends or girls that you are spending money in the clubs with when you don't have a club. You're gonna go to your family.
At the end of the day, as a footballer, you should actually not chase Slay Queens. Try to focus on someone that actually you can build with.
Definitely.
Because now, what are you going to do for Slay Queens? The only thing that you do is only spending money with them.
Check
You're not actually building
check in Europe. 90% or 95% of the players, young or old, they're all married.
Yes. That's
18 years old, they start married. They get into the first team, it's marriage.
In South Africa, it's not the same.
It's not the same. You get people, they are late in their careers, but they haven't married yet.
Yeah,
You get what I mean?
They're hopping around.
That's where the problem starts. Now we have to please 4 girls. You have to pay for McDonald's for 4 girls. You get what I mean? That's where you're losing
Yeah.
it. We don't say that we are all perfect. We're not
We're not-
perfect.
no one's perfect.
We do a lot of mistakes there and there, but try, when you know that you do mistakes like that, try and create something that is going to sustain those mistakes.
Rather than actually preventing the mistakes, rather create a much more lifestyle that's actually for longevity.
You get what I
Not
mean?
try to please everyone. Just try to create something that has more foundation. That's reality of things.
You get it? Because either way, you're going to go back where you started. You're not going to stay on TV forever. That's what I always say to the youngsters. Look, my boy, there's boys that I've helped to go to the NFDs and all those different clubs, DDC and all the stuff. The only thing I always tell them, don't ever get fame to get into your head.
Yeah, don't allow
You're not going to be famous forever.
that.
Learn to be neutral.
Okay.
Learn to be able to be uthi xa ufike ekhaya ukwazi uhlala ekhaya, so relax.
Important.
Don't be bigger than people. Don't be bigger than anyone, because at the end of the day, like for example, there are business ventures outside football, and those business ventures are not owned by people that play football.
They're not.
So you have to engage with those people. You have to, maybe you wanna open something in a community. If you are so egorish, like you are so big than the community, who are you gonna speak to? Who's gonna help you?
No one is.
No
because
one.
You only
So
focus on the
you have,
limelight of things.
yeah, you have to be very neutral, so that you're preparing yourself for when you don't have the club. So when you're no longer playing football, you are neutral. You can live with the people. You can live your lifestyle.
You're still looking for a club, only, but
Yeah, I'm still looking for it. I'm not retired, guys. I'm not retired. I'm just focusing on my family. I'm still
You're
looking.
Still in the open market. Damn, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those are the things that we as footballers we miss a lot. That
Yeah.
we are not neutral with our lives. We want to stay in Santon,
Oh, they were sending.
forgetting that it's in Elali.
Yo, Brian. Abantu abazazi zonda kabacinga enelali Brian, like I have a village that actually suka kuyo.
You understand?
Ekhaya kuronda mfethu.
That-
Kuronda
that-
ekhaya.
that-
Abacingi lo
That 20,000 that you are spending every month, or 15,000 on rent, it can actually build Oronda by 2
Yeah.
and buy 2 cows as well.
Ingoma abantu abazazi, like even right now nento zolobola ukuthiwa inkomo imali iyathatha, but forgetting that bra build mhlawumbe kokwenu yenza inkomo, like build ironda kokwenu ukhikhaya nje, expand
Yeah, I
your
understand.
household. Not only like you're living for the thing about it, some people actually be living rich in certain cities as footballers, forgetting that at home I built, there's nothing that they can go back to. The only living off is that the lifestyle they're living in certain cities.
That's
Forgetting basenekhaya.
That's where the problem starts. Now,
Yeah.
when you don't have a club, you can't afford the rent. Now you go back to Ekasi.
Uhlala kusister wakho.
You have no plan B. You have no school. Now the depression starts. Now you hide yourself. Now you turn into alcohol. Now you turn into sitting in the corner. Then you fade away from the game again. You can't pick yourself up. I stay out of football for 3 years. In that 3 years, I managed to build myself some income. And then I managed to take myself to what? To the physios, to the best physios. I managed to afford a gym.
Yeah.
I managed to do a lot of things to keep myself happy, so that I can able to come back faster. You understand? If you don't have those sources, it's gonna be difficult for you to come back. You understand? Because now you're depressed. You can't even afford the little thing that you used to afford, like ice cream. I love ice cream, guys. When I'm stressed,
Ice cream.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Only from McDonald's,
Just
the cone
ice
one.
cream and prayer.
Ice cream. I can do ice cream the whole day in prayer. I'll be okay tomorrow.
Okay.
So if I can't afford ice cream now, then I'm gonna be down and out.
Yeah, I was about right.
You understand? So
Right.
those are the things that which we must learn in football, that
Yeah.
we're not gonna play for long, and we're not gonna be at our best for long.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a new star coming every day.
True.
You understand? Like for example, Abo Light Foster. Those boys were watching us play when we were at Paris Development. They were under 15s, we were under 17, under 19s.
And now
They were
we-
watching us play. They were asking us how to score goals. I was a striker. I was scoring every game.
No, you're
You
right.
understand? I was a striker at Paris at the development.
Yeah.
They were asking those questions. How help me to score? I was so disciplined in the way that I was doing my extra trainings. That I was helping them. Look at now, they're Premier League. I didn't make it in the Premier League.
You still can.
So it's
You have time though.
you get what I mean? There's time for everything. You get what I mean? So those are the things, man. Yeah.
Okay, no, I got you, man. That's very true. Let's just to sum it up. Just closing off the show. Um, there's something that in South Africa right now, a lot of people are actually not focusing on too much. There are issues that are even happening in women's football. There's structures that are lacking somewhere. I'm like, okay, the development for women's football, while still so, your brand right now, Polos SA, it's also gonna actually impact and assist them.
Definitely.
So I just want you to speak on that, just to give us a short base on it, and just to say and to see like what can be done, what do you see, and how would you motivate also the ladies football league to actually find ways that can maybe sponsors to actually continue it, because I think in the previous one of our episodes before we actually spoke about listen, what was the name of that league again? Kamisa? What? Kamisa Cup.
It was a friendly tournament.
It was a tournament only.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was a tournament. So there, even those sponsors are coming through to actually support the tournament, the
Yeah.
women's league. But can you just give us a breakthrough of that and what you see, and also if someone has maybe a child, like from the age of 10, how can they reach more foundation actually get scouts or maybe go for trials?
Yeah.
If they see their child who is like, hey, this kid is like has the potential to become a footballer.
Yes.
Just to sum it up and just show them like this is where you need to go. This is how you can actually channel them and actually equip them with the right tools to help them out. If I can phrase it that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start with the kids. Obviously, there's no opportunities in the locations anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone has to. Not everyone is like me. Is gonna go out of their comfort zone
Yeah.
and seek for opportunities. Not everyone can just do that. You get what I mean? So, one thing I can say is this, and one thing I've picked up from my own parents. My own parents didn't have anything, but they had the support.
Yeah.
They believed in my dream. And one thing that I've picked up also in Turkey is that us as parents, especially as black parents,
Yeah.
let us please learn and study your kids. What are they good at? Don't force them to go into the system of school if they're not good at school and they are good in sports. Invest in what they are good at.
Yeah.
If you can see that they have bigger opportunities to play football
Yeah.
or to play rugby or cricket or hockey or anything,
Swimming.
invest in that more than anything else.
I wanna
That's
do
what Europe is beating us in.
Yeah.
They invest in their kids at an early age. They observe and check what they're good at.
Yeah.
The parents, they must not be ignorant
Yeah.
with their kids, especially black parents. They must not be ignorant.
That's what you're gonna teach your child, right?
You get what I mean? Yeah, of course. That's what also the program is all about.
Yeah.
Is to be the parent to these kids.
Okay.
And to show them that there's life after these things.
There's life
They,
after
they, you don't have to pass matric in order for you to be successful.
But it's been proven. Come on.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you don't have to only have matric to actually.
you understand? You don't have
Yeah.
to. You don't have to come from the suburbs in order for you to be a next namer. You understand? You don't have to come from the rural areas. You don't have to come all these suburbs and all those things and have all the facilities.
Yeah.
Like take it for example, myself. I always talk about myself. I didn't have any facilities. I didn't have anyone.
Yeah.
All I had was a mentality that I'm going to do it, with or without. You understand? I'm going to do it with or without, and I will reach where I want to reach.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when and how, but as long as I focus on what I want to do, and I know what I want to do, and I put the hard work, and I put the hard work on it.
Yeah.
And I think those are one of the biggest things that parents should do, is to believe in their kids, believe in their dreams, sport what they're good at, and focus on that.
Gotcha.
So don't just remote control them or suppress them into a system of you must go to school. You can see the kid is struggling. Why don't you put him in where he's good?
What he
Find
feels happy about.
You understand?
And what he actually
Find
has
that.
passion for.
Find that.
Yeah.
In Europe, they're doing it.
What country
White
would you?
people are doing it. Coloreds are doing it. Check the black communities when you're playing soccer. You won't find parents there. Check the colored areas. Check the white areas. You will find parents packed
But don't forget, there's a possibility that the parents actually can't actually go support the kids at the tournaments on the weekends because they might be working.
Yes.
Or maybe the mindset of like what the social norms that parents nowadays, black parents also have that thing of they don't want to spend too much time with their kids.
Yeah,
They spend much time with their friends and wherever they may be.
definitely.
So we must just look at that also.
Yeah, of course.
It's not one-sided. There's
Yeah.
a possibility on that.
Yeah, of course, of
Correct.
course. So, wherever parents that have opportunity to support their kids, they must go full out.
They
They
should.
must go all out, especially if the kids are good in sports, singing, whatsoever. They must go all out. They must not wait for people to assist them, like agents and all those things.
Yeah.
Agents, they are after their own business.
Yeah.
Everyone is on business.
Look, for example, Mbappe's mother is his manager.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it goes now.
Yeah.
Be the manager of your child. Let your child see you supporting you. You know that feeling comes alive, balini.
You want to make them proud.
Best
man.
feeling.
You want to make them proud.
Imagine when a parent picks up the kid, go to trials. We as kids, we used to go to trials on our own, 4 a.m. from Fishhook to Paru, Siago IX, on our own. You have to take taxis, trains and stuff at the age of 8, 7.
Where, dog?
You understand? And whereas there are kids that brought by cars, by their parents and stuff,
And
and
you
things
see-
look very easy for them.
They do.
Look at now. Look at now when you play. I see it now when I play professional. When I'm driving my own car.
Yeah.
When I get there, I'm fresh.
Yeah.
I can pass by and get whatever I want.
Yeah.
The Red Bulls or whatsoever, coffee, to feel myself free and good. Imagine when the parent is doing that as a kid, helping you, showing that you're supporting
You're
you.
motivating them. at the
You're
same
motivating them, so they must believe in them, and then there's opportunities out there.
Okay.
It doesn't have to come out from agents.
time. Yeah.
It doesn't have to come out from a third party. As long as you believe in the child
Yeah.
and they work hard, that's it. Hard work, prayer, that's it. Things will go. And then we go to the women's football.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the underrated side of sports.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
You get what I mean? So Europe, again, I'll always compare to Europe. Look at Europe women's football. It's total different. They earn good money.
And they get the most sponsors.
They get the most sponsors. So I think we have to start, if we want to see our next generation, even Bafana Bafana, Banyana Banyana, and all those things, we have to start investing in these individuals.
Yeah.
Starting from schools, starting from communities, grassroots, all those soccer clinics and all those things, and put more sponsors. Let there be a room for women to grow and become better professionals in football.
Gotcha.
You understand? And one of the, I mean, it's nowadays, like, it's easy to find a tender when you're a woman, but it's not easy to play sport when you're a woman.
Hey, bro, why you say that? It's so scary, man.
It's so scary.
It's scary. That
You
way,
understand?
Man, because like even now, some people actually get offended in terms of like some women are actually earning a lot more money.
You
And
get
actually
what I
getting
mean?
position. It's not a bad thing.
It's
just
not a bad
difference
thing.
in terms of career. But yeah, I agree.
You understand? Look at in Europe, it's common. Like women sometimes they have more money than men
Yeah,
because they do a lot of things. The opportunities are wide for them.
because it's actually much more open for them.
You understand?
But
so
yeah.
us in South Africa, we are so scared that a woman magani mali more than mina. I feel less of a man.
No, that's your insecurity there. But like for me, I always say that thing of like it doesn't matter what happens, even if you're with someone that actually has more than you. You are still you at the end of the day. You're still the man. You must stick to your masculinity.
Yeah.
You mustn't be intimidated by, oh my gosh, she's proud, she's her shit, it's her stuff.
You get what I
don't
mean?
have to actually engage and actually try to fear that. It's literally be content with yourself and just live your life.
Yeah, and
Because now that's something actually causes some men to actually fear women to approach women that have more than they do. Like,
Yeah.
no, just live your life.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, like we have to create the balance between women football and men football, and
Yeah.
I think SAFA has to do something different when it comes to that. You understand? Like create more platform for women
Yeah.
as well. As much as you do with the men, make sure that you invest not only Banyana, also the local leagues like your Sasol, Hollywood Bets, and all those things. There's a lot of women out there that wants to play football. There's a lot of women out there that turns into drugs and then tells into a lot of things, alcohol and all those things,
Yeah.
because there's no opportunities for them. They feel outside.
They actually
You,
get
you
outside.
understand? Because now they can't sing, they can't model, they can't do anything. You understand?
They mostly
So
focus on football.
they want to play football, but now there's no opportunities. They have to go and work, normal work that they are not comfortable with. You
Yeah.
understand? So why don't we also open the great channel for them so that they can able to make a living out of this thing?
Guys, please subscribe to Mpame podcast. Yabo. This is Tabiso Mpame, the great himself. But please, guys, follow the channel. Please follow the man himself. Please follow the business. And actually, don't forget Mpame, guys. Mpame
Let's go.
is a brand that you should actually follow and look it up on the socials. He's also on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah,
Right?
TikTok,
All platform.
Instagram.
Put in your orders. Yeah, handle for it. TM Boutique, right?
Yeah, TM Boutique for Instagram.
Yeah.
My personal is Tabiso Mpame _25.
Yeah.
TikTok is just Tabiso Mpame.
Yeah.
You will find everything there.